And welcome back to the Paddy Power Sports Network. I'm Pat Williams. He's Kenny White. We're here today to try to bring you some value. Sunday's NBA betting card, Kenny. The New York Knickerbockers traveling to South Beach to take on the Miami Heat. We're going to send out the Heat 9.5-point favorites with a total of 191.5. Before we get to the specifics of the game, let's let our viewers know this is the end of the regular season for the NBA. You need to know a couple factors. Does the game mean something to the teams playing? And what players are actually playing in the game?
Yeah, no doubt. Motivation is everything most of the season, but it's even more important late in the season. Miami Heat have 6 games left in the regular season. They're percentage points ahead of the Indiana Pacers for the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, which would give them home court advantage throughout the playoffs until the finals. And the New York Knicks, they're right now percentage points ahead of the Atlanta Hawks for the 8th spot and final spot in the playoffs. They have 8 games to go, so each game for both of these teams is very important.
This Knicks team, they've won 7 out of 10. They're hanging on, as Kenny mentioned, to that 8th spot. You got to make the playoffs in the NBA, or that's bad. They're playing a Miami Heat team that's playing, in my opinion, very focused basketball right now. They're resting players, even though they got guys on the injury report. You're going to see a lot of guys in and out of the lineup. But LeBron James says he's not resting. The other guys can rest. He's good.
Well, LeBron's in great shape, and he comes to bring it every night. And you're right, Miami is playing their best basketball of the season right now. They've won 5 of their last 6, covered 5 in a row, and defense has been the #1 goal right now for the Miami Heat because that's what they've been bashed all year long. Offensively, they've been great. Defensively, they've been slacking. This is a team who's won 2 straight NBA titles. They know what it takes, and they know right now, Eric Spoelstra, the coach, said it's time to turn the defense up. And, man, have they turned it up. 6 straight games have gone under going into Friday night's game.
All right, you say under. It is time for you to pick your play on this particular game, side or total, Mr. White.
Well, they've played 3 times this year. New York won the first one at home, and the Miami Heat have won the next 2. But all 3 went under. I just mentioned Miami Heat with 6 straight unders, New York with 4 straight unders. It's a meaningful game for both teams. I'm going to go under the 191.5. I think I got plenty of room. This game in the low 180s.
All right, let's take a look at the second game. The L.A. Clippers taking on the L.A. Lakers. As you may or may not know, both teams play and call the Staples Center home court. Kenny, we're going to send out the Clippers 14 with a massive total of 224.
Well, the last 2 times these 2 teams have played, the Clippers have won by 36 and 48 points over the Lakers after losing the first game of the year by 13 as a 10-point favorite. These 2 play in the same building, the Staples Center, so there's not really much home court advantage in this game. The Lakers have started to play a little bit better basketball towards the end of the season here. They have covered 4 of their last 7 games. It's a bad team going nowhere, but this is their rival, and I think after losing by 84 points the last 2 times they played, you think they got to step up and show some effort in this one.
Well, pretty easily said. The Clippers #1 in their division. The Lakers in last place in their division. But this is all about who controls Los Angeles, fan base, radio, TV time. It's a Lakers town, but not this season.
No, it's been a complete reversal. The Clippers have done a great job, and it's not going to be a Lakers town for a while, I don't think, because the Clippers are young with Paul and Griffin and Jordan. They're outstanding basketball players. This Clipper team's got a chance to make a run and possibly get to the NBA Finals. They're that good. They could beat Oklahoma City. They can beat San Antonio.
All right, let's get a pick on this game, Kenny. I must warn you, this Lakers team, while bad, they play hard throughout the entire game. They'll take a lot of shots. They'll try to score a lot of points. Just ask the Phoenix Suns, who they beat the other night, 115-99. Phoenix, pretty good basketball team. But is Doc Rivers really going to let them get up off the mat for this one?
I don't think so. I think that they're going to come to play, obviously, but the scoring will be there. #1 offensive team in the NBA in terms of points per possession, and the Lakers, one of the weakest defensive teams and one of the fastest teams on offense and tempo. The last 2 games, Clippers, 123 and 141 points by themselves against the Lakers. If they get anywhere near 130, this game goes flying over.
Over 224, says Kenny White. I'm Pat Williams. As always, good luck on your selection Sunday in the National Basketball Association. And we'll see you right back here next week on the Paddy Power Sports Network.